You booked the bulkhead seat thinking it's the best for your kids? That might be your first critical mistake. As an airline insider, I'm going to reveal the 5 common sense traps that parents and grandparents fall into every single day. And honestly, this is the exact reason I started this channel. I've been in the airline industry for 13 years, and I am tired of watching your hard-earned vacation turn into a stress-filled nightmare before the plane even takes off. If you want to stop dreading the flight and finally feel that sense of, I've got this, then hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon right now. Because today, I'm giving you something more valuable than your $1,000 plane ticket. Peace of mind. All right, let's get into it. I watch families at the gate. I can see the fear in their eyes. The fear of being trapped in a metal tube at 35,000 feet with an unpredictable toddler. And when a meltdown starts, when your child starts screaming, you see those faces around you. Those judgmental stares. Those, can you please shut it up? Sighs. It is one of the single most stressful moments of parenting. But let me tell you a secret. Based on my 13 years of experience, 9 times out of 10, when a child has a meltdown, it is not the child's fault. And it doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It just means you're an unprepared parent. It means you've fallen for one of the 5 critical mistakes that airlines market to you as common sense, but are in fact traps. Today, I'm exposing those 5 traps, those 5 common sense mistakes, and the insider solutions to overcome them. Mistake 1. The bulkhead seat trap, the so-called best seat. Let's start with the most obvious one. That bulkhead seat I just mentioned, the common sense trap, what you think. As a parent, your logic tells you, the bulkhead. There's no seat in front of us, which means more legroom, maybe a space on the floor for the kids to play. Perfect. Or, this is the only spot where the airline can attach a baby bassinet, so this must be the best place for a baby. This logic looks flawless on paper. The insider reality, what I see. Let me tell you why that logic leads to the biggest meltdowns I've seen in 13 years. That bulkhead seat is not a privilege. It is a trap. Trap. Part 1. No underseat storage. This is the single most critical, fatal flaw of that seat. In a normal row, you have your survival bag, the kid's tablet, the snacks, the toys, stuffed right under the seat in front of you. You can reach it instantly, but at the bulkhead, there is no seat in front of you. Which means, for safety regulations, all of your belongings, including that survival bag, must be locked in the overhead bin during takeoff and landing, which includes all taxi time. Now, think about it. What are the 2 most likely times for a child to have a meltdown? Takeoff, the cabin pressure changes and their ears start to hurt. Landing, the cabin pressure changes again and their ears start to hurt. So, at the exact moment your child desperately needs that pacifier, that bottle of milk, that teddy bear, or that distracting iPad, it is locked 10 feet above you in a bin, and you are strapped to your seat, helpless. It is a recipe for disaster. Trap Part 2, the immovable armrests. Where are the tray tables for those bulkhead seats? They're inside the armrests. This means those armrests are thick, metal, and cannot be raised 9. Now, what is the number 1 thing parents do? They lift the armrest to let a tired child lay their head in their lap. They let the child stretch out. At the bulkhead? Impossible. You cannot lift the armrests. You are locked into your own narrow seat. That extra legroom just became less comfort. Trap. Part 3. The bassinet lottery. Yes, this is the only spot for a bassinet. But these bassinets are extremely limited. There are usually only 2, maybe 4, on an entire aircraft. And it's first come, first served. If you don't win the bassinet lottery, or worse, your baby is over the weight or length limit for it, usually 6 to 9 months. You are just stuck with a bad seat that has all the disadvantages I just mentioned. Trap Part 4. The noise and light. Where are those bulkhead rows located? Right next to the 2 most chaotic places on a plane. The galley, kitchen, and the lavatories, bathrooms. Just as you're trying to get your child to sleep, you'll hear the clanging of drink carts from the galley, the laughter of the crew, or the whoosh of the toilet flushing. You'll have a constant line of people standing over you, waiting for the bathroom. The bright lights from the galley never, ever turn off. It is not the best place to get a child to sleep. It is the worst. The insider hack, the real solution. So what do? Book a regular, boring window and middle seat, somewhere just behind the wings. Why? You have under-seat storage for your go bag. You can grab that lollipop or bottle the second the pressure changes. You can lift the armrests. You can let the child lay across your lap or even across the two seats. Or 3, if you're lucky. You are far away from the noise of the lavatories and the lights of the galley. Congratulations, you just prevented the first meltdown by picking a better seat. Mistake 2. The surprise food strategy, the hunger meltdown trap. The second hardest part of flying with kids is food. The common sense trap, what you think. The airline will feed them. I pre-ordered the kids' meal. We'll just grab something at the airport. They'll hand out pretzels, that's fine. Or the most innocent one. I bought these new, healthy organic puffs my child has never tried before. We'll try them on the plane. The insider reality, what I see. Let me give you a crew secret. Those kids' meals are usually awful. What I've seen, 3 cold, rubbery chicken nuggets, a weird-smelling pasta salad, and a dessert we can't even identify. Now, at 35,000 feet, in a strange environment, when they're tired and grumpy, how open is a 3-year-old to trying new things? 0. They will not touch that meal. And the grab it at the airport plan? As I explained in my last video, airport food is both overpriced and usually unhealthy. They'll hand out pretzels plan? The snack service starts when it's convenient for us, not when your child is hungry. That could be 90 minutes after takeoff. 90 minutes is a lifetime for a hangry toddler, and those new healthy puffs? The child will hate them. Now you have a hungry child and a useless snack. The insider hack, the real solution, the boring snack bag. This is my #1 piece of advice for parents. Never trust the airline. Bring your own food and bring nothing new. Pack a bag full of the boring snacks your child already knows and eats every day. Bring twice as much as you think you'll need. There will be delays. There will be spills, cheese sticks, apple slices that you cut, those goldfish crackers they love, granola bars. The TSA does not care about solid food as long as it's not a liquid or puree. And most importantly, the special takeoff and landing snack. This is the magic item that solves the ear pain problem from mistake 1. You must get your child to swallow. Swallowing is what opens their eustachian tubes and equalizes the pressure. This is why you have a special snack that you only bring out for takeoff and landing. A lollipop. I don't care what you think of sugar. A 5-minute lollipop is better than a 30-minute screaming fit. A box of raisins, a pacifier, or a bottle of milk. The second you feel the plane accelerating on the runway for takeoff, hand over the lollipop. The second you feel the plane descending for landing, the captain will usually announce it, get that bottle ready. Problem solved. Mistake 3. The screen time guilt. The entertainment trap. Now, this is a sensitive one for my 45-plus audience. Screens, the common sense trap. What you think? I don't want to be one of those bad parents who just sticks a tablet in my kid's face for hours. That's terrible parenting. We'll play I Spy and other educational games for the whole flight. They can just watch a movie on the seatback screen. The insider reality, what I see. Rule number 1. An airplane is not a classroom or a playroom. It is a loud, boring, enclosed metal tube. And I promise you, as a 13-year flight attendant, the other 200 passengers around you do not care about your philosophical parenting principles. They would much rather your child be a screen zombie than listen to them scream for 4 hours straight. Your screen guilt has no place at 35,000 feet. The only rule up there is survival. And the seatback screen plan? a scenario I see on every single flight. The screen is broken. The headphone jack is loose and the sound won't work. The kids section only has one 20-year-old movie your child has no interest in. Or worst of all, you're on a budget airline and there are no seatback screens. Your plan just failed. And your bring your own tablet plan? The battery dies. You forgot the wired headphones. Bluetooth headphones do not connect to airplane systems. Or the most fatal error. You didn't download the movies, so you're relying on the non-existent, expensive in-flight Wi-Fi. The insider hack, the real solution. The guilt-free tech bag. Leave all your parental guilt at the gate. This is a war, and technology is your ally. Charge everything 100%. Tablet, phone, everything. Bring a portable power bank. This is non-negotiable. It's a lifesaver. Download the movies. Before you leave for the airport, download twice as many movies as you think you need. Wired headphones. Bring 2 pairs. Yes, 2. 1 will get lost or broken. No surprises. Download the games and movies your child already knows and loves. The plane is not the place to discover a new educational app. Peace has been restored. The other passengers will thank you. Mistake 4. The pre-boarding trap, the self-imposed prison. This is the most insidious common sense trap. The common sense trap. What you think. The gate agent makes that magic announcement. We now invite those traveling with small children to pre-board the aircraft. You think, great, we get to board before everyone. We'll have time to get our stuff settled. We'll be relaxed. The insider reality. What I see. Do you know what you just did? You just took your child, who was free to run around and burn energy, and you voluntarily locked them in a cramped, hot, non-air-conditioned metal tube that isn't moving for an extra 30 to 45 minutes. The plane isn't going anywhere. The aisles are clogged, people are trying to settle, and your toddler is having their first meltdown before the plane has even finished boarding because they're bored. This is not a privilege. This is a rookie mistake. The insider hack, the real solution. The split and conquer strategy. This is the pro-family move, and we, the crew, love to see it. Parent A, the mule. This parent boards alone when they call for pre-boarding. This parent is carrying the 3 bags, the car seat, the stroller, all of it. Parent A calmly walks to the seats without juggling a child. They install the car seat, if they brought one. They put the bags in the overhead bin. They put the survival bag, from mistake 1, under the seat. They wipe down the area, mistake 5. They get the base ready. Parent B, the entertainer. This parent stays at the gate with the child. The gate area is now their playground. The child runs, they jump, they yell, they burn every last ounce of that toddler energy in the wide open space. Parent B and the thoroughly exhausted child board the plane last when they make the final boarding call. They walk onto a calm, seated aircraft and walk right to their base, which has been perfectly prepared by Parent AU, just reduced your child's prison time by 45 minutes and cut the risk of a meltdown by 50%. Mistake 5. Ignoring the invisible dangers, the germ and pain trap. This final mistake affects your child's health and their physical comfort. The common sense trap. What you think. The planes are cleaned, right? My kid has a strong immune system. A few germs are fine. If they're crying on takeoff, they're just being fussy. The insider reality. What I see. I have to tell you the truth, and this will be its own future video. Dirty airline secrets. Airplanes are filthy. Yes, they are cleaned, but that cleaning is often just picking up trash and a quick vacuum. Those tray tables, those armrests, those seatbelt buckles, they are not deep sanitized. Let me tell you a secret. In my 13-year career, I have seen things done on those tray tables that people cannot even imagine. I have seen baby diapers changed on them. I have seen people put their bare, unwashed feet on them. And you are about to let your child eat crackers directly off that tray. The second invisible danger, pain. This might be the most important one. Children, especially under 3, are not being fussy on takeoff and landing. They are in pain. Their eustachian tubes are much narrower and more horizontal than an adult's. This means they physically cannot equalize the pressure in their ears as it changes. It feels like someone is sticking a needle inside their head. Not knowing this is the most tragic common sense mistake a parent can make. The third invisible danger: misunderstanding the crew. We, the flight attendants, are not your babysitters. Our primary job is to save your life in a fire, an evacuation, or a medical emergency. We are safety professionals. Asking us to hold your baby for 10 minutes or expecting us to chase your child down the aisle while you relax will not only anger the 45-plus passengers around you, it will anger us. The insider hack, the real solution, the wipe-down ritual. Next to your boring snacks, you must pack disinfectant wipes. This is the first thing you do when you board. Wipe everything in your zone: the tray table, top and bottom, the armrests, the seatbelt buckle, the window shade, the seat back screen. We, the crew, do this every time. You should too. The suck and swallow plan. I mentioned this in Mistake 2, but it's so critical I'm repeating it. Have that pacifier, bottle, or lollipop ready for takeoff when the captain says, "Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff," and landing when the captain announces descent. Make them swallow. It is the only thing that will stop the pain. This is not a choice. It is a necessity. Win the crew and your neighbors. A simple smile to your seatmates and a "Hi, we'll do our best today" works miracles. It signals, I am a responsible parent, not an oblivious one. A hello and thank you to the flight crew will make all the difference if you do have a meltdown and need our help. See? Flying with kids doesn't have to be a disaster. It's not about luck, it's about planning. The moment you stop falling for the system's common sense traps, you take back control. You avoid the bulkhead trap for the real comfort and access of a back row. You never trust the airline for food. You bring your own boring and pressure-popping snacks. You leave screen guilt at the gate and bring a fully charged, fully loaded, wired tablet. You don't fall for pre-boarding. You use the split and conquer strategy to board last. You accept that the plane is dirty and their ears hurt, and you wipe and swallow accordingly. You are a good parent or grandparent. Now you are also a prepared insider traveler. Now it's your turn. What is your insider secret for flying with kids? What's the one life-saving hack you've learned over the years? Share it in the comments below so we can all learn. I can't wait to read the best tips. And if this video just saved you from falling into that bulkhead trap, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I want to fill this community with smart travelers who enjoy the journey, not just endure the stress. I'm Catherine. Thank you for watching. And now that you know how to fly with your kids, in my next video, I'm going to show you how to protect your own money. I'm revealing the 3 premium seat upgrades that are actually a ripoff that the airlines don't want you to know about. You don't want to miss that. Safe and peaceful travels.